Hi, welcome to the All-Star Hockey Academy. I'm Coach Alex, and these are All-Star Tips. I wanted to start today's show by announcing great news for SoCal Hockey. All-Star Hockey Academy will be coming together with GGA Goalie Academy, which is great news for all you hockey players out there because now we have goalies and players with phenomenal training. Basically, this was wonderful news as we found out last night. Today's Coach's Tips is going to be about sticks. For all you parents and kids out there, there's a lot of questions on how to tape your stick, how to properly size your stick, how to pick out your stick. A lot of these things are preference and we won't go into them. Hockey sticks come in all shapes and sizes, all sorts of curves, and it's really up to you to see what you'd like to play with better. What we're going to do today is go over some of the basics as far as how to properly size your stick. As you can see, I have a few sticks next to my side here, and one of them is brand new. So today we're going to be working with this. As you can see, I've already kind of marked my stick to where I'm going to be cutting it. Basically how I've been taught to determine this, and I've had many different coaches explain many different things to me, so I'm just going to let you choose what you think is right for yourself. The way I've been taught is the stick should be about nose high, like this, so when you actually put on your skates and get back out into the ice, it's going to be about chin high. There's your about 3 inches where the blade is. Okay? Some players may like it lower, some make it higher. A lot of defensemen tend to like a taller stick so they can poke check the puck away. And a lot of forwards like Alex Kovalev actually use a much shorter stick so they can be in tight in front of the net. Like I said, this is a preference. This is what we've been taught. So basically I've marked my stick here and we're going to go ahead outside. We're going to give it a good old chop and cut it right down to size. Alright. Some of the things we're going to need to do this are going to be some hockey tape, glue stick or candle, a saw, could be any saw, it doesn't have to be this one, and most of the time when you go into the store nowadays, they'll cut it for you. I'm just doing it here at home to show you guys. And maybe some scissors for those people who have a tough time cutting tape, okay? So at this point we're going to go outside and cut our stick. Alright, so we went ahead and cut our stick down. As you can see, here's the other piece. And what I'd like to tell for parents and young kids out there is that we should all recycle these things. So if you break your stick, do try to recycle. It's good for the environment, it's good for everyone. Okay? So, basically when I started playing hockey, the ideology is I always had a really short butt end. So like I said, everything I'm going to explain to everyone right now is preference, and what you choose to do with your hockey stick is up to you. As I got older and I started playing in higher leagues with stronger men, I noticed my stick was being knocked out of my hands all the time. At which point, Mr. Kozhevnikov, which is a gold medal winning Olympian for Team Russia, explained to me that I did not have enough tape on my stick. And that basically it was very easy to be kicked out. So all you do is just basically roll one end up, and then you can start from the top, and you just work all the way around to create that little butt end that I'm talking about. It's up to you how fat you like the butt end. Some people like to use it to have their hand kind of stop it. I actually like to put my pinky on it. So it really depends, once again, what preferences. I just want to show young novice kids who don't know how to tape their stick how fun and easy this is, okay? So I like to hold my finger down on it. And this is what I mean. This is about what I used to have before. And this used to constantly get knocked out of my hands. Once again, this is preference. Some people like to move around. Mr. Kozhevnikov taught me what Sergei Fedorov did, and some of you guys still may remember Sergei Fedorov. He's now playing in the KHL at the age of 40-something, still being amazing. Doesn't matter where you play, as long as you're playing, I think, as long as you're having fun. Just bring the stick down like this, and this almost creates a pattern between you and your hand to put your hand through. Kind of like the laces on a football. Once again, it's preference to how high you want to go, or how low in this case. And we go right back up. Now if you notice, I'm using white tape to do all of this. The reason also is because white tape doesn't get your gloves as dirty, it doesn't rip your gloves. There's many different types of tapes that people use for their butt end. There's a really good one with, it's kind of like a spongy tape that people use for tennis. I started using that on one of my sticks, as you can take a look here. But what happens is that it really rips all the time, but it's a very nice soft grip. I don't like it personally because of all the maintenance it needs. So good old white tape is all I need for myself. Alright, we're almost there. top end. Pavel Bure, Alexander Mogilny, and Zubov. I could keep going with this guy. His resume is just non-stop. What he taught me is I always used to grab my stick, tape it from here to here. Now once again, this is a preference and you can do whatever you want, but I tape my stick from the blade, from the top, down to the heel. The reason I do that is when you overlay the tape, when you take a wrist shot, the puck flows with the flow of the tape. It doesn't hit any of the bumps. Now on your backhand, that's what's going to happen. This is the logical explanation that he gave me. This is a preference. You can do heel to toe, toe to heel. Like I said, I go from toe to heel, and I prefer it better. Now, I'm also the type that likes to literally cover every inch of his blade. So I like to just put a little on right here. Tone it down like so. Get all the loosey-gooseys out. You can just literally push them into the tape. And as you can see, I'm going to have a nicely covered toe that way. And all the hockey players that are judging me right now and watching this, saying I can do better, do it. It's not the point. I just want to show some kids what some of their options are. Now, I start from the back end or from the front end. It's completely up to you. I like to start from the back end and kind of work my way to the top. So just put a nice little straight edge on. Now, how you layer the stick is also very important. I don't like to layer my stick tight at all. I like to layer it very, very little. So there's actually less tape on the stick, okay? So we're going to start here. So what do I mean by layering? Right now I can make the layer every so few millimeters, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch the next layer just maybe a couple millimeters off from the tape, okay? I don't want too much tape on my stick. I want my stick to be light. That's why you parents are paying for all these $200 sticks. You want them to be light, okay? Here we go. Just like that, all the way down. Now, as you can see what I mean by the layering effect. You see how little of the gap there is in between? You don't need to layer it on so thick that basically the puck feels like it has a sponge. Just very little bit, and just keep going all the way to the top. Now, I can honestly say I'm rushing, and I usually like to take much more time with my sticks, and none of this would ever happen if I was doing this for myself in a game. As a matter of fact, I'm ashamed of myself. I'm going to take this all right off and do it again after I'm done showing you kids, okay? But the ideology is to have the tape look more like I have it here, okay? That's perfect, and that's what you're looking for in a hockey tape. All right, we're almost done. Now, the last step is completely a preference step. It's another, what do you like best? And I've been taught 3 different things. You can use your tape, you can use a candle, or you can use a puck to do everything that I'm about to do here. So the idea is that you just tape your stick, and you want the tape to hold on. So you just want to roll the tape in the same direction of the tape, so you don't go against the grain to bump that tape off. You just want to squeeze it on, and that will just give you. Now some people, like I said, like to use wax, and there's reasons for that. It's the way the grip, the puck is held, and that's your personal preference. And some people in the NHL literally use pucks, okay? And they will just slide a puck across just like I did with the tape, but I don't like to do that because it leaves black marks on the stick. And there you go. That's how we tape our sticks at the All-Star Hockey Academy. And I just wanted to let everybody know that the All-Star Hockey Academy summer session is coming up. Your first lesson is free, so come on down. Email us at allstarhockeyacademy@gmail.com. If you're a goalie, go to ggahockey.com and see what you're missing out on. And you can email goalieacademy@sbcglobal.net. Once again, just check out his website, ggahockey.com, for all information. Or go to allstarhockeyacademy.com. We're also on Yelp, so please give us a review. YouTube, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram. You can't find us, you got a problem. We're everywhere. We're the All-Star Hockey Academy. We're here to make All-Stars out of anyone. Have a great day.